Ooh, okay, turn that up. Hey, hey, hold on. Let me keep it honest. Let me keep it brief. Let me keep it honest. Let me keep it brief. Let me keep it honest. Let me keep it brief. Let me keep it honest. Hey, stop. Chill. ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, man, welcome back. Welcome back to My Honest Take. This is the only podcast that matters and the only pod you'll ever need with your host, Quincy, man. Listen, I know it probably sound like I won't even know I'm beat, man. It don't matter. We having fun today, man. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it should always be. Have fun, man. Live, love, laugh. Live, love, learn. Listen, people. Um, it's Monday, nobody's favorite day of the week, but we're gonna make it everybody's favorite day of the week. Why is that? Because we're here today to discuss every single take that got thrown at me from what I seen, from what I was said. Y'all already know. Tweet it to me on all social medias or DM it QuincyQ2K. Y'all can let me know what you want me to talk about. I give you my honest take. You know how we do. We keep it raw, unfiltered, and we keep it rolling. That's it. So sit back, relax. I don't got my water today. I'm slacking, but it's okay. I did drink my water today. I hope you did too as well. First things first, man. I just want to go ahead and jump right into it. Listen, y'all see the title, okay? Y'all see the title, and I wanted to really talk about this because this is something that needs to be talked about more. Because at this point, it's mind games being played. It's a lot of just inside stuff that's happening, and especially with Mr. Jay-Z under fire, what's gonna happen. So, as you saw by the title, Megan Thee Stallion ended up filing a restraining order on Tory Lanez. Now, here's where things don't make sense to me because of this one reasoning here that I'm about to explain. Why did she wait until now to release it? Okay. Why now? Think about it. Why now? What's the real reasoning for it? You may say, okay, you may say, hey, um, she did it because, he's still talking about her. He's still doing all this. When? When did he mention her name verbally? When did he really say Megan did this or because of Megan, or, whatever it may be in that context? When? Now, here's why I say this is all weird and shady because DDG, as y'all know, a rapper, YouTuber, celebrity, um, ended up having a song. I forgot exactly what it was called. Give me a second. We know we gonna fact check it. I gotta get y'all the right information for sure. We don't just want to just say something and then not have the facts for it. I got y'all. Handling Business, okay? He had a song called Handling Business that he dropped. It was just him on it. He ends up getting Tory Lanez on the feature. Okay. As we know, this is nothing new. People who's been incarcerated or in jail has dropped albums, has dropped songs, have dropped remixes, features. We know that's nothing new. Okay. Here's where it kind of confused me though. Okay. After after this remix dropped, this is when Meg dropped the restraining order, or when I shouldn't use the term dropped, filed, okay? Filed the restraining order on Tory. Now, that makes you think, is this just her being petty? Because if you listen to the song Handling Business, he's not name dropping her in any form. He's not, calling her out. In the song, the most he said was like, y'all be ready. Like, I'm gonna be released soon. It's nothing like he said that will make her say like, oh my gosh, I need him to leave me alone. He's still bullying me. He's still talking about me. No, he's not doing nothing to you. All right. And for all the Megan Thee Stallion stands and all that, I need y'all to listen. I'm not hating. There's no hate. I'm being objective right now. All right. A spade is a spade. I'm just calling it what it is. You can't say that he's doing something to you when he's not. He just had a song and a verse and it even mentioned your name. It's kind of crazy, right? So she ends up putting this restraining order out on Tory Lanez, and that makes you wonder now, what is this restraining order going to detail? Because each restraining order has its different stipulations and different rules. For some people, it's, hey, you can't be within 5 feet, 100 feet, 500 feet, can't be in the same city, can't be in the same state. For others, it's, hey, you can't contact them, or family or friends can't contact them. There should be no type of communication, whether that's text, email, messaging, calling. There's so many stipulations. With a restraining order, whereas even you can't even mention a name, which I think that's where she's trying to allude to, where he can't even mention her name, you know, and there's different time frames on them, restraining your orders for a year, you don't have to renew it if you really want to, 2 years, 3 years, shit, there might be one for life, you know what I mean? But it makes you wonder just why though, okay? It makes you wonder, why did this even happen? That's where the Jay-Z incident comes in. Because with Jay-Z being, pretty much the founder, CEO of Rock Nation, his label and everything like that, or building it up to be the label it is today, Megan, if I'm not mistaken, is still under them. Okay. And we have to fact check that real quick while we talk about this, because if that's the case, this busts a lot of things wide open. Okay. Because you could say a lot. You could say a lot with that. Is it? Yep, it is Rock Nation. Okay, people, it is Rock Nation, and as we know, that is Jay-Z's label. Now, that's the part where we have to look at objectively. With Jay-Z being under fire for the allegations of sexual misconduct and sexual assault, is this something to deal with that as well, with her putting this restraining order out on Tory? Is this to show, like, like what's going on? Because to do it at this time, that's the part where I'm asking. Like, that's the part that's weird to me. You would think it would have been done. If it was really something that had to be done, it would have been done. That's all I'm trying to allude to. Because with everything that's been going on, this seems weird, is what I'm trying to say to y'all. This seems weird. Okay. So, like I said, this is the part that's confusing me, because what's going to come about with this whole restraining order? Like, how is this going to work? Tory's already in jail. Is this going to happen when he's out? What's going to happen with Jay-Z? Is she still going to be under the label? Is things going to be dropped because of the label? This is so intricate. Did she just do this to just stir up the pot more? What's happening? What's happening? Like I already told y'all, I'm not picking sides, but I believe Tory's innocent. You know what I'm saying? I believe he's innocent. But we're just going to have to wait and see when the full truth reveals itself. Because there's still a bunch of details missing. There's still people lying and hiding stuff, or telling just half truths. There's a lot. Okay. So with her busting out this restraining order, I feel like more things are going to come out, that we may end up seeing from Tory's camp, Tory's side, or even Kylie, or even Meg's friend. Someone's going to say something else where it's like, okay, listen, this is what happened, X, Y, and Z. Because I believe that restraining order is also going to affect some other people where it's like, okay, I need to just speak up and say what's going on. So that's the part where it's like, you got to play your cards right. You're going to have to play your cards right with this. Okay. So Megan doing this, I don't know if it's going to be a chess move, but it's going to be a move that's going to impact a lot. We're going to keep it like that. It's going to impact a lot. Now, besides all that, besides all that Meg drama, let's get into some other good news, okay? My conspiracy theorists, wake up. Wake up. It's time to talk. Y'all know I like to talk to y'all. Listen, the cures for many diseases in the earth, on the earth, I should say, is real. You can find it. I do believe in that, okay? Now, I don't even think that's a conspiracy. I do believe that everything on the earth was made for us to find, and to be used to heal, to cleanse, things like that. Earth has so many minerals and vitamins and everything natural just right there on the earth that can be used to provide so much health and nutrients to us, right? So when there's certain diseases in the world that we look at, or ailments that we look at and say, yo, that I wish there was a cure for that. I wish we won't have to deal with that. It makes you wonder how long it's gonna take till we find a cure. Because it seems like we can find cures for all the common things, your colds, your flus, E. coli, hey, we just come to the hospital, we got you, even rabies, which is supposed to be one of the most fatal diseases ever. If you get that rabies shot right when you get bit, you're good, right? But then you have something like cancer, where, oh my gosh, if you get it, you're done for, right? It's like we're counting days by. It starts to get scary for you, right? Here's the part where it confuses me. Number one, people. That's what I said. I hope my conspiracy theorists will listen. When you look at cancer, right? Every single human being, or I believe, matter of fact, to even really dial it down, every single living organism has cancer cells. All right, quote me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. Fact check me. But we have cancer cells already in our body. They're just dormant. Each and every day, our white blood cells are constantly fighting them. Each and every single day. That day that you could have caught cancer, your white blood cells said, "Nah, not today." Boom. Okay. So our body is constantly having them inside of us, right? It's not even a scary fact to know. If you never do that, don't be alarmed. Relax. Your white blood cells is doing its job, right? But here's the part that confuses me. If our body is naturally doing it, right? That means we could keep our body up to date. When people say if you live a healthy lifestyle, you have a real lower chance of cancer, right? So we can heal ourselves. All right. Our body is our doctor. Let's be realistic here. You can heal yourself from a lot of things. But let's say you can't, right? We can't find a cure for cancer. We can't find it. Okay. Okay. It's interesting. It's 2024, y'all. Why are we now finding out that there's so much medicines and things now that can treat cancer? Now, where am I going with all this? Well, I'm about to explain. Russia, people. Russia says it has developed a vaccine against cancer that will be rolled out to patients for free. Are y'all understanding this? Let me break it down for y'all. The Russian Ministry of Health has announced the development of a cancer vaccine, which will be provided free of charge to Russian patients starting in early 2025, according to TASS for short, the state-owned Russian news agency. Okay, Andriy Kaprin, general director of the Radiology Medical Research Center under the Ministry of Health, recently shared the news during a broadcast on Russian radio. The vaccine is intended for the treatment of cancer patients rather than preventing cancer in the general population. It will also be personalized for each patient. Alexander Gitzenberg, sorry if I butchered the name, director of the Galamaya National Research Center for oh my lord, people, abdominal, holy shit, epidemiology, epidemiology, epidemic, yes, and microbiology at Moscow. Previous told TASS that the vaccine has the potential to suppress tumor growth and prevent the spread of cancer. I am sorry for that one, y'all. Some of those words that you get to fumbling and stumbling. Listen, they gonna use that on TikTok, I guarantee it. I'm gonna be trending, man, for the wrong reasons. But what does that pretty much say at that ending? The vaccine has the potential to suppress tumor growth and prevent the spread of cancer. So what does that mean? This isn't a full out cure. Okay, this is a vaccine, just like your flu vaccines and all that. As we know, or if you don't know now, you're about to know. The flu vaccine is just the strand of the flu virus inside of there that they just suppress a little bit, some other stuff inside of it, and then put it inside you to have your body fight it. Okay? It's just like with snake venom, right? If you get bit by a snake, let's say you don't go to the hospital, you have a chance to survive. Okay? Your body is going to realize what that is and say, okay, let's take a picture of this pretty much, and let's save it. So if this ever happens again, we know what to do. All right. So if you ever get bit by a venomous spider again, or a snake, your body's gonna look at it about, oh yeah, I remember this. We're good. We could get through this. So the symptoms may be less mild. Say you get bit again, less mild to the point it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. So that's all vaccines are. It's just pretty much if you were to get it naturally, but they're giving it to you in a lower dose, so it's not so potent. Okay, so is that what this is? It's just cancer cells is coming to your body again. Like, what's going on? Now, the fact that they say this means that, let's say you get the vaccine, and let's say you have lung cancer, or you're about to get lung cancer. Is it gonna stop the lung cancer from spreading to brain, to heart, liver? There's so many cancers nowadays. Is it gonna stop the spread that way? Is it gonna stop the growth? Is it just gonna halt in its tracks? Is this potentially a cure, even though it's not? Because if it stops it, isn't it going to be easier to treat? You see what I'm saying? So that's the part where I look at it though, and it's like, that's funny. That's funny because we used to always say there's no cure, but we got vaccines for it now. We got pills for it. We got all this stuff that we can help prevent it. But now we're going straight to a vaccine. And it's crazy because this news isn't viral like it should be. News like this doesn't go viral, which is kind of strange with something of this magnitude that can have an effect on people in such a positive way. So that's the part where I get confused, because is this going to stay in Russia? Is the US going to get some type of hands on it? Because as we know, listen to what I just said, Russia's doing this for free. As we know, in the US, nothing is free here. If you get shot, you better walk to the hospital. Because paying what? You got to pay for the ambulance to come get you. If you're paralyzed, you got blown up or something, and you need an airlift, you better tell your friend to come pick you up. You don't want to see that bill. Everything in the US it's paid for, man. You gotta pay for it. It makes you wonder, dog. That's serious, people. So if Russia having this, what's gonna happen? Because as you know, US and Russia, we're not friends like that. Are we gonna try to make our own? Or are we gonna actually come up with a cure? Because then if we come up with a cure to beat Russia, this is just like the space race. Russia was in front of us, China and all that. We end up, boom, no, we're in front now. We actually been to the moon out of nowhere. Told you I was gonna talk to my conspiracy theorists. I told y'all this whole thing it's weird. It's a doozy. 2025 is gonna be a doozy. I'm calling it now. And I'm gonna call it again next week on the podcast. 2025 is going to be a doozy, people. Be prepared. Strap in. Don't be scared. Just be prepared. Just be vigilant. Because you're gonna be seeing stuff man, these podcasts are gonna get wild every year. We already almost got the cure for cancer now. I'm telling you, everything could be cured, man. Everything could be cured. That's how I look at it. But we're not going to get into that. Relax. That's enough conspiracies for a day. For all my ladies who was out there getting your BBS, your Brazilian butt lift, listen. It's cool. I don't judge. Get your implants, get your BBLs, whatever you want to do to make you feel cute. Do what you got to do. I can't stop you. I can't judge. Just know you're beautiful the way you are, all right? Everything natural is the best way. But if you want to go ahead and upgrade yourself, go ahead. Have no complaints. But you can't get mad at these fellas that want to go and get the height surgery. All right? We got to come up with a term for the people who's getting they height fixed. We used to think it was impossible. If you capped out at 5'8", that's it. You're 5'8". You better get your stool. You better start jumping using your tippy toes. Short kings unite, okay? Nope, not anymore. Now they have a way to go ahead and lift your legs from your hips and your joints to make someone who is I'll give you the exact measurement, people. Someone who went from 5'6" to 6 feet, people. 5'6" to 6 feet, people. That's insane. Now, of course, you're gonna be in a wheelchair. Then you're gonna have to use your crutches and all that. After that, you're gonna have to go through your therapy. Actually start moving again, get yourself right. You know, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We're gonna have to call this the USLL, the United States Leg Lift. That's what we're doing. The USLL, United States Leg Lift, man. This is crazy. So you could go from 5'6" to 6 foot. That's insane. I'm telling you, people, listen to me, y'all. People don't want to be natural anything anymore. They always want that fix to improve, right? But it's never for themselves, it's for everybody else. But when people get money, what's the first thing you think? All these celebrities, all their teeth is perfect now. Everybody got the whitest of the whites. The veneers, boy, it's perfect. Shining. It's crazy. Got some money. Oh, they don't wear glasses no more. Contacts. It's insane. Oh, now you're famous. Now you got the big boobs. Now you got the big titties. Now you got the big ass, slim waist. This is crazy. Now we got fellas out here going from 5'6" to 6 foot because the girls say, you gotta be tall enough for me. That's crazy. And you know what's funny about it? Fellas, I need y'all to pay attention. Don't get that. Don't get that, number one. Because you're altering your body in a way that it should not be altered. Okay? Eventually it's gonna catch up to you. You may be enjoying it for like a year, 2 years, 3 years. Well, I'm 6 foot. Eventually, let's say 4 or 5 years, your body starts breaking down a little bit faster because it's like, yo, we're not used to this. This isn't you. This is fake. We need to come back down to earth. What's going on, right? But let's talk about it, ladies. Y'all don't like when some men are super short. Oh, he can't be shorter than me. I don't like that. He gotta be 6 foot plus. So why y'all get mad when a guy says, I don't want my girl weighing more than me? I mean, that's logical speaking. That's logical speaking. If you don't want your man shorter than you, we should say, well, we don't want you bigger than us. I'm supposed to be bigger than you. If I weigh 200, you should not weigh 250. No. No. If I weigh 300, you should not weigh 380. Nah, something's wrong. If you mad at me because I'm 5'5", but I got every quality you weigh one, but you only 5'8"? That's a problem. I gotta be 6 foot for you? No. Then you better get it popping with Slim Fast. And I mean that respectfully. It's just we've set these double standards when it comes to that. And I don't like that. You got men now going out here doing this. And fellas, y'all too. If you're gonna say, oh girl, oh now you're gonna have you need a bigger ass, you're gonna have to need some bigger titties. Then if you judge it like that, they can talk about your height. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. We both have to be willing to say, okay, yeah, that's fair. Both parties have to, all right? We're going to have to admit that, people. That's the only way. You have to be fair. If one, you know what I'm saying? If we could say, hey, you can't be this, you can't be that, y'all can say it too. We just got, hey, what they say, if you can't dish it, you know what I'm saying? Or if you can't take it, don't dish it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to dish it, you know what I'm saying? Let's stop it. You can stop it right there. So I'm just speaking how it is, people. I'm just speaking how it is. That's what I see. Okay? That's what I see. But now you got people getting leg lifts. This is insane. Only leg lift I knew was for my abs. Now people out here getting leg lifts to look 8 feet in this. Man, this is insane. The stuff we could come up with, boy, I tell you. I tell you. But I think life now, though, people, is getting very interesting because there's things now that I'm happy about that should have been in place already. But it's gonna stop a lot of things. Number one, The FCC is now going to require companies to show full prices of hotel rooms and event tickets rather than hiding the extra fees, people. Do y'all know what that means? That means all the ads you used to see of Tick Pick, Prize Picks, or not Prize Picks, but your Tick Pick, your SeatGeek, uh, Game Time, Stub, Ticket Hub, Ticket Master, all those ads you see, oh, no fees, set of fees, all that, it's gone now. All that stuff's gonna be gone. Everything you see now is gonna be the price. But you know what sucks about that? Inflation. And I want someone to keep track of it. I want someone to go right now, go to your phone, go to any of those apps. You could, matter of fact, go TickPick because they do the no fees, right? And then go like SeatGeek, right? Take a screenshot of two of the same games, same seats, screenshot it, and then let's wait till this rolls out and screenshot those prices. I guarantee you're gonna see either around the same price or it's gonna be a little bit higher. Because all they're gonna do is just bake it all into one price. They're just gonna bake all your fees into one price. So it's gonna be the same thing. People are gonna think this is a big deal, but it is, but isn't at the same time. Because it's gonna be like, yes, no more fees, no more hidden fees. This is the price I pay. So for the people who don't know, they're gonna look at it like that's a good deal. But they're just adding in the $20 fees, the $50 fees. They're just putting in that one price and not showing you because it doesn't exist no more. Quotation marks. I'm telling you, life is getting strange, people. You got Apple now making a doorbell with Face ID. What happens if it can't recognize my face? You know how many times you probably used your phone and the phone didn't recognize your face? What's gonna happen to my lock? Is it gonna lock me out? Three incorrect Face IDs. It's locked out. Now I gotta wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna have a failsafe? Or I have Touch ID? Do I have a passcode I can put in a bypass? Can I use a key? Because if the power goes out, how am I getting inside my house? Is this gonna have a charger? You know what I mean? Or is it gonna have batteries? Like, what's going on? There's so many questions that need to be answered, man. This is where we're going with in the direction. It's insane, people. Am I gonna be able to use my phone to tap it to the doorbell? Like, this is insane. This is insane, people. You got YouTube out here making moves. You got YouTube making moves on a massive clickbait crackdown. Videos will be deleted that doesn't deliver what was promised. For example, and not limited to, misleading thumbnails, false promises and titles, news and current event focus. People, and you know what's funny about this? This is why I feel like it's kind of racist. I ain't gonna lie. It's starting in India first. It's starting in India first. So this is for the scammers. That's what it's for. Let's just be real. Most of the time when you got scammed, who was it by? Someone who had an Indian accent. And this is not towards no Indians to make them feel race or less of what they are, because you can still get scammed by a black guy. You can still get scammed by a white guy. You can still get scammed by somebody who's Chinese. You can still get, you know what I'm saying? But it's like we just associate them with it, right? That's how it feels. And that's crazy to think about. But it's funny that they put it in India first. It just makes you wonder, like, why? This had to be for scams. But they just doing it to, just want to stop clickbait. Come on now, stop scammers. We know. Scammers are everywhere, though. Everywhere. But I told you, it's interesting. Life is changing. All these social media platforms, you know what I'm saying, big tech companies, everywhere's just trying to be different. We're trying to stop things. It's getting insane. I told y'all, 2025 is going to be a doozy. So if you want YouTube and you the same person who did all those clickbaiting thumbnails and learn how to get 100,000 V-Bucks, boy, that video's gone. But you know what's crazy is that AI, because that AI is gonna be monitoring it. AI is gonna get too smart. I'm trying to tell you, our robot is gonna happen. They're getting too smart with too much integration and too much knowledge that they're learning. This is boy. I'm just saying, be careful. Be careful. Now, besides all that, because I know y'all probably like, man, what else? What else? Well, I'm about to tell you what else. There's still more. There's still more. What's going on with you guys? Okay. What's going on with you guys trying to get famous? Everybody just wants to get famous, right? But they do this in some of the most awkward and dumbest ways possible. For real. Because why are you trying to get famous by spraying pesticides on produce and food in Walmart? Did y'all hear me? Do I gotta say it again? Like, do I need to say it again? Pesticides on produce and food in a local Walmart. People want that quick fix of fame so bad that they do the dumbest shit. Listen, he don't even understand. The guy who did this was in Mesa, Arizona, people, and he doesn't even understand. He's arrested. I think he should stay there for at least 25 to life. I don't play games. Throw him in at 25 to life. All right. And the reason why I say that is because that's gonna kill somebody, bro. That's death. That is death, people. You will die. I'm sorry to say it so bluntly, but pesticides on your food and produce, bro. Didn't we have to go through something like this before when people was, putting shit on food stuff like that, needles and all that, and gas pumps and all? Like, what's wrong with people? But he was doing it just to be a prank. A prank? That's not a prank, bro. That is not a prank. So I'm glad he's in there. Like I said, 25 to life. I'm petty. Leave him in there. I don't want him out. That's what fame do to y'all, though. Fame gets y'all crazy in the head. Y'all want to look for the next big thing, the thing that's going to make people talk. And I ain't going to lie, he got me talking about it. See, that's what sucks. But it's funny because if I didn't talk about it, people wouldn't be informed. But because we are talking about it, he's laughing at us. Y'all still saying my name. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got the views. Y'all got that. It's crazy to think about. So that makes you wonder, should we not talk about these things? Have people go around in life uninformed? Should we talk about it? Like this, it really leaves you in a position to think, what should I do? I'm telling y'all, it's interesting. It is interesting, to say the least. It is interesting. Now, I also wanted to talk about three more things before I get to my sports section, people. All right. Usually I got that little minute to win it, minute spin it, whatever. But these are some good topics. Listen, number one, like I said, with the world and everybody just messing up. This gym is messing up. Who in the right mind is going to do this, people? The world's most expensive gym that is in New York City. Nobody's surprised. It was always going to be New York or Cali for the most expensive. It costs $10,000. Now hold on before I finish. Damn, 10,000, but 10,000 a year. Okay, I get it for the richest people. Okay, 10,000 a year. That's not bad for the rich and all that. I get it. No, 10,000 a month. That's what they're saying. 10K a month. Now listen, this gym to some people will look at it and say, bro, I got half of those amenities at my own $10 gym. I got that at Planet Fitness. I'm good. Or they'll look at it and say, bro, you could just make this at home. You could, like, bro, 10,000 a month to go to a gym. Listen, now of course they got your little, hydropods and the gravity fillings and all that. You got someone who opens a door for you, kind of shores and all that, nice lockers, state of the art treadmills and weights and everything. I get it. I get it. But the problem is 10K a month. Brother, you don't even live there. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. You don't even live there. And you're paying 10K a month just to go somewhere to work. Get the hell out. Now, I don't even got nothing else to say about it. I just want y'all to realize just how corporate greed is. I don't give a damn what it is. 10K a month to not own is ridiculous. Just to go somewhere to get gains. I'll be damned. Push-ups and sit-ups for me. I'll be real. Push-ups and sit-ups. Now, lastly, the last two things I want to talk about, these are pretty quick, but it's still something I should let people know. So Ice Spice, as we all know, recently has started to fall off in quotations. She still, of course, has her money, still making her money, still has her fans, but most people looked at her, oh, she got too skinny now. She looks ugly, don't like her. Of course, everybody's for the sex appeal. That's what sells. But it's funny because it seems like there's a Ice Spice Part 2 coming out by the name of Stunna Sandy, who ended up making a song with the same style that Ice Spice did with her SpongeBob song. Um, Same style and all, rapping the same, looking the same. And it's funny because she's getting that push. You know why? Because just like a job, people, in the entertainment world, you can be replaced. If there's somebody else who could sound like you, who could look like you, after you had your fall off, they're gonna replace you, man. You can be replaced easily. I'm gonna tell you why, because it's about that money. It's about that dollar. If a label could look at you and say, you're not making us no money, but your brother or your friend or this stranger looks just like you, people we know people still like you, we can make him the new you. And you're replaced just like that. And you're replaced. It's crazy to think about, people. So we got another Ice Spice on the way. It's interesting. It sucks because the real people who are fans of Ice Spice are gonna look at this and be like, damn, that's crazy. But it makes sense. You could be replaced, people. So pay attention to that. That's everything in life, man. If you do not own it as a business, you could be replaced by them when it comes to making that dollar, people. Remember that. That's for sure. And then lastly, I did want to go ahead and mention a big streamer, of course, that we all know by the name of Casanat, who was in the news now and under fire for switching up, in the lamest terms, when it comes to his little subathon that he had, okay? Now, here's what's funny. It seems like after his little subathon, people are now starting to show a little bit more hate. And it's not towards just him, too. It's a lot of these content creators like Mr. Beast as well, with the Beast games scoring and rating low on Prime Video. People saying like, yo, why is he doing this? It's crazy that your real big high content creators are under fire now a lot. But Kai is under fire, and it's funny because it seems like I said, right after that subathon he had, that's where it all started. But people are saying he switched up, which is funny because he did do a few things that makes you be like, all right, bro, chill. He called out another fellow streamer by the name of XQC. Okay. Now, XQC's been in the streaming game longer than Kai, so why did Kai call him out? Well, apparently, XQC was telling Kai, like, yo, you're begging for subs and begging for all that. And it's like, okay, it feels like it's hate coming through. But Kai said, like, yo, let's go M for M, watch for watch. You don't want to do that with me, da 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 da. Now, the thing with XQC is, like I say, he's been doing this for a while. He's had his collabs with people too. Big names like your Drakes, you know what I'm saying? Which is as huge. All right, Drake, one of the biggest artists of the world. Now, of course, Kai had all his plenty of streams too with many collabs, which another thing people said, you can't even name me a Kai stream that's funny that did not have a collab. Because now people saying all Kai do is just he just does collabs. Now it's crazy, man, to think about this, but he calls out XQC, and it's funny because the people that you see defend these two is funny because, like I said, it's always one sided. It's never facts to anything. That's just, oh my gosh, Kai got so much money, y'all need to stop. No, XQC gets some. Let's talk about it. So who has the most net worth? All right, who has the higher net worth? It's XQC by landslide. It's like 50 million to 15 million. Now, what's the net worth? In lamest terms, it's just how much you make versus how much you're spending. You know what I'm saying? Bills and then, whatever it is. So like your car notes, mortgages, things like that, subtract by how much you're making. It's simple math to just figure out your net worth, right? Okay. It's pretty much how much you're making after all that's going on. All right. So that's a lot still. Okay. Now people are like, well, after a subathon, I made millions. XQC has $100 million deals with Kick to stream. This is gambling money. This is different type of money. Okay. Now we get it. Kai has dealt with Nike and McDonald's, things like that. He's not an athlete with Nike though. That's what people forget. He's not a LeBron James, uh, uh, a KD, a Devin Booker, Kobe. He's not getting that type of Nike money. Okay, and this is McDonald's. I get it, but this is McDonald's not giving him no not athlete money. Let's be real. Now, if he is, then shit, shut me up. Kai got money. All right, I have no room to talk. I'm broke. It don't matter. Compared to them, I'm broke. Okay, but y'all know me. Act broke to stay rich. That's how we feel. But XQC has this money thing on lock, people. Okay. And if we're looking at it objectively, yes, he has that money. But it's funny to just see that now we're talking big right after right after your streams, you get all these subs and all that. It's interesting. It's interesting at least. And I think most people are going to wake up and realize, damn, he rich because of us. You know what I mean? Like, you guys got to think about it. These streamers and all that, let's be logical. Streamers, TikTokers who stream all that stuff, they wouldn't be where they're at without y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all help them live this lifestyle. You know what I mean? You gotta look at that. That's how they get paid. It's from y'all. So you gotta really look at who you really want to support. That's all it is, because it is support at the end of the day, but you gotta look at who you really do want to support. So, and it was interesting seeing all that and just seeing how the switch up happened. So it's interesting to see. It's interesting, trust me. It's very interesting to see. Very interesting. Now, of course, I have to talk about my sports, but look, I'm gonna go fast because my Broncos lost. We were up 2 against these Chargers. Listen, I'm happy regardless how the season went. People thought we were in the bottom 4 worst team in the league. We ended up damn near going for the playoffs, man. But we got the Bengals and the Chiefs left, which could both be L's potentially, but could both be W's potentially, which is scary to say the least, because that means we could choke anytime. Okay. Cowboys eliminated. See y'all later. We knew that was going to happen. 49ers have the worst medical team in the league. How did all your running backs get damn near injured? They need to be investigated. Please. Eagles, I want to say y'all choked. Y'all didn't have Hurts. Y'all had Kenny Pickett, almost still came up with a W. Saquon Barkley had 100 goddamn yards in the first quarter with 2 touchdowns. That's Madden shit. And you know what else makes him Madden? Because he did not get anything else pretty much at the end of the game. Finished with like 150. I thought he was going to finish with 300 damn near, okay? But Commanders ended up pulling up the upset, winning last seconds. Jada Daniels masterclass at the end. 5 touchdowns for him, 2 interceptions. Commanders did their thing. We're not worried about that. Eagles is a cruise control. They already know they're going to the playoffs. The Lions with more trickery, fake plays. Listen, they are going to be amazing. We already know they're going to the playoffs as well. They doing their thing. So, hey, Lakers looking good when it comes to basketball. Lakers are looking good now. Won their last, 5 games, 4-1. Bronny is starting to blossom and show signs of greatness. And using that term loosely, I'm just saying greatness because following, Dad's footsteps showing that he can actually hoop now. So he's doing his thing. The refs is still trash when it comes to their giving text to players saying, hey, there's beer on the floor. We should move that tech up. This is insane. The goddamn towel boys getting teched up. These refs are getting out of it. Listen, the only good thing in the NBA right now is the Phoenix Suns dropping all their prices to $2. Okay, $2 for hot dogs, for water, for sodas, chips, popcorn. Y'all better go follow the Phoenix Suns. They know what they're doing over there. Okay. But, hey, they're doing their thing. They're doing their thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all I got for you today. I feel like I said everything I could say, everything that I wanted to say. This has been a great show today. This is a great Monday. Okay? This is a great Monday. All right? Oh, of course, too, you do get your college football playoffs. I definitely have to state that. You know what I mean? If you do watch that, definitely pay attention to that as well. And we got college basketball starting as well. Paige and Juju just played too. So, yeah, if you are into that, definitely go give it a look. But like I said, people, without any more wasting your time, I'm gonna let you guys go to enjoy the rest of your day or night. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of My Honest Take. And with that being said, my name is Quincy, and I'm out.